Hello, hello, crafty friends. Oh my goodness, who is so excited that it's Friday? I'm so happy it's the weekend. I literally just got off of work. Let me make my screen bigger here. Cool. I just got off of work. I've been waiting to do this all week. Sorry about the glare right there. But I have lots of sun here, my light's going. Anyway, I've been wanting to show this. It's a super easy technique. It's using packaging tape. Here you go. We all have packaging tape, good old packaging tape. This is what I use to ship out some of my Happy Mail and whatnot. But I'm going to show you how to use that to make your elements look like that. Look at how shiny they look. You know me, I love sparkle. And I'm going to tell you about this one die set. It's Wanted to Say dies. It's currently on Last Chance, and it's a great die to use for this technique. But I know a lot of you have things like this in your stash, so you want something that could be layered. So you see how I have that it's layered there? And that's because this die set comes with multiple sentiments that give you a solid and then the cutout. And what I did, I think it's easier to show you the entire die set and what you get. And this might be easier, right? So here's all the dies, okay? This is the Wanted to Say dies. This is the item number. And here are the elements you get, okay? So you get these cute little flowers and stars and hearts, and there's a present and a bow. But here's what I mean. See the sentiment? It's a double layer sentiment. There's celebrate, you're too kind, happy birthday, and feel better soon. These are excellent for card making because they fit perfectly, and you can also incorporate these into your scrapbooking. So I thought it was best to actually show you all of the pieces that come in this set, and this is currently on the Last Chance. So once those sell out online, they sell out, and I believe, excuse me, they are discounted. So today we're going to recreate this card here, but I'm going to use the Ocean Friends. I'm loving the Ocean Friends stamp and thin cut. It's my featured bundle in this month's card kit. For anyone who shops with me, receives my pre-cut card kit, and it's featuring Ocean Friends this month. So we're going to just do a little bit of stamping. This is going to be super easy. Truly, it's just our packaging tape technique. But what I have here is just an A2 size card, just our regular white card base. Now I am featuring the Ocean Friends, but I don't think it's Ocean Friends. Hold on. This package I have closed. It's Friends of the Ocean. So this is the DSP from the Friends of the Ocean pack. And I already have videos. I've showed this on my card class. I kind of go through everything. But this is some great DSP. So this is just 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. We're just going to adhere this straight down to our card base. Again, like I said, this is going to be super easy. What's going on here with my stamp and seal? You know what? I don't got time to play right now. I'm just going to pull something else out. Did I put... Okay, so I am just going to adhere this. This is just going to cover my entire card base. And this is what I do when it's covering the entire card base. I kind of guide it with my hands and line it up so that I get a perfect coverage. And I have a little bit of overhang. Nope, that's okay. All right, I am going to now move this aside. So the other cuts you need here, so your corner pieces, that is going to be a 3 by 3 square. And all you're going to do is diagonal that. Okay, so you need one of those, and then you're going to need a coordinating cardstock. This is cut at 3 1/4, and then I have another piece of that DSP cut at 3 inches. That's it. Super, super easy cuts. I have 2 pieces of, this is from my stash, my CTMH stash. I think it's Wild Berry. So any glitter or any kind of, any other coordinating color cardstock, this is just cut at 1/4 inch strips. I have those, and then that is it. So let's put this together. So now that I have my piece there, we're gonna take our panels. Again, this was a 3x3 square, and I just diagonaled that. So because if you see my lines now look like they're going the wrong way, I'm just gonna put mine going the opposite way of how I did this card, and that's okay. They're just going a different way, just like that. So all I'm gonna do is adhere those down. I love the color palette in this DSP, right? Love it. Love it. I do love, what is that? It's Berry Burst and Melon Mambo. That's the two pinks in there. I love those colors together. I actually should have done that instead of bringing out the Calypso Coral, but this was the underside of the DSP because that would have looked really sharp too. Okay, now to put on this glitter, all you're going to do, and I definitely overcut those, that's totally okay, but all you want to do is put some glitter on the back here, just kind of line that up straight across. Do the same here. I just have so much of this, like, I hate to say I don't mind wasting it, that's not what I mean, but I'm trying to use it up. Okay, so now all I'm going to do is turn this and trim off these pieces here. And I do have some overhang. We're just gonna cut that off. Okay. One other piece. So that's it. You just, all those extra overhang pieces, you're just gonna trim off just like that. Okay? So next what we're gonna do is we're just gonna adhere these two pieces together, and then we'll get to the fun part with the packing tape. So we're just gonna adhere these two together. And then I am going to use some dimensionals. And we're just going to put this on our card and pop that up. Does anyone have any crafting plans this weekend? So depending on when you're watching this video, if you're watching the replay, definitely say hi. If you're catching this on YouTube. But tomorrow is Saturday, so I'm going to a day crop. My team leader is having a crop, so I'm going with a girlfriend of mine. I'm just putting this right in the middle there. Love how this looks. So I will be crafting tomorrow at a crop, and then Sunday I'm heading to a work conference that I will be at for a few days. So that should be exciting. I'm looking forward to that. Okay, so next, let's do the packing tape technique. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a piece of black cardstock. Let me tell you what size this is. This is about 2 inches by 5.5 inches. Okay, just for size reference, so you know. So this is my roll of packaging tape that I have. You can use any size you want, but I'm just gonna pull off a piece. And I'm just gonna lay that, and this is the tape is a little smaller than my cardstock, so it's perfect. I'm gonna lay that down on my cardstock, okay? Just like that. So I just put a piece of tape over my cardstock. That is it. Very simple. Now, you can take the top layer, because my bottom layer is that solid piece that I cut out, which is this piece right here, okay? This is the solid piece. You're gonna take your top layer, the cutout. So here, the black and the happy birthday here, we're gonna put that right on top, and I'm gonna run this through my die machine, and I will be right back. I apologize for the noise, but this will be really quick. And then we're just gonna do a little bit of stamping and we will be done. All right, so let me pull that off. All right, let me get my little pokey tool. I've had this from Stampin' Up! For about 10 years. I love this tool. Okay, so now I'm gonna pull that off gently. Okay, there's my die. And there's the birthday. Look at how shiny. So you just have to pop out these little pieces, right? See, like the inside of the A. So you just pop them out. And then you're just gonna layer this on top of that solid piece and you come up with that. Okay, so there's the birthday and then here's happy. And this pops out like butter. I'm telling you, it's so easy. Now, so I already have mine done right here, just for the sake of time. So there you go. Love it, right? I'll save this for another project. But I want to let you know, I'm going to bring in that piece again here where I showed you all of the dies you get. I want to show you this isn't sentiments. So if you look closely, I cut these out. Let me see if you can see that. I cut just these little elements out. Look, so flowers. And look, this is DSP paper right here that I use to cut the hearts and the stars. So it's not just for words. Now these are just on cardstock, okay? I didn't put the tape over these words, whereas the tape is over here. So you can see the difference. There's happy birthday and happy birthday, the shininess, right? So that is the difference. But I love, think about all of your dies and any of your dies. All you need to do is ensure that your width of your packing tape covers your die, because you don't want to layer your packing tape, right? So now what we're going to do is we are going to get 3D foam here again on the back. So just think about all of the elements that we have, right? From dies, from punches. Just put a little bit of packing tape on the front of that and it totally changes the look. Excuse me. Totally changes the look. So I love stuff like that. So now we are going to put our happy birthday. You know, I'm just going to wait a second. I do already have the lobster and I wasn't sure. I think the lobster is too big. It is. So I think we're just going to do the crab, but I'm going to wait for a moment. Let's do our stamping. So I wanted, and again, if you caught my class, if not, go back and look on YouTube for my class. I did show you a lot of the stamping, but I'll do one stamping again. I'm going to do the crab. I love this. It's really comes out so great. Look, I just did the lobster, but I'm going to do this live for you now so you see how easy this is. But I used Calypso Coral here, but oh, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to do Calypso Coral again, but I'm going to do the crab this time because I was going to use the lobster, but he's definitely too big. So we're going to do the little crab. All right. So first you want to stamp the outline stamp, and we're going to do second generation stamping. So I do need a piece of scrap paper. Let me see. I have some right here. Okay. So you're going to take your outline stamp and just okay, now you're going to take the solid stamp and you're going to, using second generation stamping, so you're going to stamp off your page once. So you're going to ink your stamp, you're going to stamp your paper, then you're going to stamp your image. So it's second generation. This is first, 1, 2, second. So that's what you're going to do. It's so easy. I've done this a million times. I know you all know what you're doing. So one time, right? And now I got to pull this close. And I love that you can line up perfectly these stamps. And now you stamp again. I just had to bring that close to me. And there, look at how great that looks. I swear I amazed myself. It's like, wow, love that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run that through my, where is my, here it is. I'm going to run this through my die machine again, excuse me, real quick, because I just wanted to show you how easy these layered, I guess you want to call them, stamp sets. I don't know if they have a special name. I'm just lining up my crab here. I'm like such a OCD fanatic with that. What do they call them? They don't say anything, but just, you know, the second step stamping. I think that's what close to my heart used to call them, second step. Okay, so here is my crab. And that might be better as a focal image for the front of my card. I think so. So let me pull that back in. Yeah, I think my lobby is just a little too big. So yeah, we're gonna just copy here, just like that. Kind of use this in the middle. And actually, this could probably use another one. No, the lobster's too big. I'm going to save that. I'm going to stop trying to use it. I need some foam here. So I'm just going to have part of the lobster sit here. So I'm just going to put regular adhesive. So I'll keep my finger there. But I do need some foam dimensional. So this part of the crab is even with that part of the sentiment. And I just keep my finger as a guide so I kind of know. So where my finger is means don't put, you know, any dimensional there. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I know that the crab arm is definitely sitting here. So I'm going to put some tape there, just some adhesive, just so it sticks, so it's even. If that kind of makes sense of what I was trying to show you. Okay, so also I think this card definitely, and I probably have them packed away because like I said, I'm going to a crop tomorrow. So I do have the dots that go to this packed away, but maybe I'll throw some gems. I'll do that off camera. I think I'm finished. Am I done? Yes, Stacy, you're done. Okay, simple card. Hope I gave you a little inspiration for this weekend's crafting. And you can grab your packing tape, grab your dies. I know we all have a stash load of dies. For sentiments, you want them to be dimensional, right? Or layered, so to speak. But again, here are just some cute, what I did just to show you that it doesn't have to just be sentiment. So I did all of those. And again, that's using DSP. So, and these are just the sentiments that come in this set. Again, wanted to say dies. It's on last chance right now and they are on sale. So that is something great to pick up. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much. Give me a thumbs up if you like it, share it. Please, I'd love for you to share me and introduce me to your friends. I'm trying to grow myself as a demonstrator and to reach more crafters wherever you are. So have a wonderful weekend. And if I can help you in any way, definitely reach out. All my information is linked below or above, wherever you find it. Have a great weekend. Take care.